Don't worry about being cringe. I have enough cringe in here. Trust me.
Okay.
You can't be as bad as me.
No, these are good takes.
Although it only gets more cringy if you recognize the cringe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ironically cringe.
Yeah. There's no way to unironically cringe. You just cringe. You just cringe.
Okay.
All of this is staying in.
Some of it. We're gonna use some of
Yes.
it. This is pretty good.
Back in the year of 2019, in Asia, we started to see a little bit of a disease pop up. Was it concerning the rest of the world? Probably not. But as the week kicked into 2020, stuff started to get serious. And it turns out that little virus started to shut down our whole life as we knew it. And now, almost a year later, we start to see a little glimmer of hope in the forms of medications that can actually save us from this era of terror. But in the midst of the ways, we have some special figures, some special characters that decide to burst the doors open right when we're at the cusp of getting back to normality. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're covering the bursting of the doors, brought to you by the governor of Texas himself. This is the CodeO-cast. Throw the intro.
Oh no. I feel a musical coming along.
This is the CodeO-cast, filling your day with stories,
But mostly memes though. And chaos.
memes that you won't believe.
Not sponsored by Cheetahs.
Hopefully we will be sponsored by the Cheetos. Here to entertain. It's the CodeO-cast.
This is fun.
I'm going to have my intro play.
Excellent.
What are we, the news channel? What the hell?
What you just
I
said?
wanna-
Brought to you by the governor of Texas. This is CodeO-cast. What are we, the new governors of Texas?
No.
10 out of 10.
No, all
10 out
right.
of 10.
Well, I tried. I might not use it, might not, but it's something I
You're
want.
using
Use it!
You're using
We're going
it.
off of that.
Yeah, you're using it.
All
no
this that
matter
we're
what.
saying right now is post intro. We're going off of that.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the episode of the CodeO-cast. Is episode 14, I believe. And by the time you guys are seeing
That is
this,
something.
if you guys live in Texas, you probably already experiencing the times where masks are not being mandated throughout the state.
Are now not being
Yeah.
mandated.
What is that? March 10th is when they're
March
taking it
10th,
off?
so
Yeah.
a week from 6 days
Yeah.
from now on Wednesday. I found out about this yesterday, and I would have spent the whole day without knowing if it weren't for Carlos telling us during the kitchen table. But gosh darn, I feel disappointed. I'm not surprised, but I'm not. I'm still disappointed that we were. I feel like we're at least getting close to going back to some normality, and for honestly, in my experience at my job, it hasn't really changed much. All that we're doing is just not accepting as much people and just wearing masks, because at the end of the day, people are gonna take them off to go eat.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you guys think of this?
But just opening everything up and or the whole Corona thing in itself.
Just opening everything up, because I
Yeah,
think
okay.
I mean there's nothing much to say for COVID. I mean it's already been said, but
Yeah. Well, I think there's a few more things to say. But yeah. It's stupid.
it is
That's
stupid.
it. That's really all I got.
You don't even want to listen to how it is now. So
Yeah.
it's like you're just giving people an excuse to just not, you know?
Yeah.
He's done this before, where he's seen cases like the amount of cases
Steadily
just drop,
fall down. Yeah.
and then he started like reopening everything, and then they just spiked again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
this
people get
this
too
whole
confident.
lifting of the mask mandate thing is not going to last long,
Mhm.
in my opinion. Plus, yes, cases are dropping, and yes, we are getting a vaccine, but
Yeah.
as of right now, we are still not ready to be opening everything
Yeah.
up 100%.
Even though everybody's like, even there's like in a perfect world where everybody gets 100% vaccinated, or like every single person,
Yeah.
you usually still wait like a month or so to open things up to make sure things are not like going crazy. There's no side effects and stuff like that. But like from this vaccine, it looks like there's just like the normal stuff, just like sore arm, fever,
Yeah.
just
I mean,
normal stuff.
yeah, just give it a month.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just like, out of the ramifications, is going to waste like a year
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, unfortunately, not a perfect world. So not everybody's gonna get vaccinated because they're all stupid.
Yep.
What something like as soon as I heard those news, I really wanted to I wish I could meet this guy and be like, "What's wrong with you?" Or what was your thinking process
no,
to
I
just say
w-
burst the doors
No,
open?
I wish I could meet him so I could just take him by the wheelchair and then throw him off a cliff like that one meme. And then post a meme right here.
He's on a wheelchair?
Yeah. Dude's crippled. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, but it's crippled.
Yeah. He's in a wheelchair and shit, dude.
I
didn't
never.
know that.
I only seen pictures of like waist.
Yeah,
up,
they
so-
only ever
That's
show him
why.
like,
Yeah.
okay.
You never want to show like a politician in a wheelchair,
Yeah.
dude. Because the way a lot of like traditional old minds used to think is that if
Yeah.
you show that if a politician
Weakness.
never showed any injury, it's weakness, and you
Yeah.
don't want somebody who's weak in
Yeah.
a position of power.
Speaking of that, was that one cool president? I can't remember
Roosevelt.
his name. It wasn't
He got
Roosevelt?
shot, and he still gave a
Yeah.
speech right afterwards and mocked the guy who
No,
shot
no,
him.
no, not him. The one that was he had what's the one that he had brittle bones, whatever that's
Polio?
called. Polio. I think it was polio.
Oh, I
And
can't
then
remember that one.
through his whole presidency, nobody knew. Not a single person knew. Even though he was giving speeches and stuff,
Is it
nobody
PP?
knew that he was constantly in a wheelchair all the time. I don't remember his name, but
I
he's
don't
pretty
remember
cool.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I've heard of it as well.
Was he the
Class.
other Roosevelt that was president? Not
Uh,
Theodore, but the other dude?
I don't think it
His
was
name
Roosevelt. I think this was during like after or during World War II. So I don't remember exactly who it was, but yeah, I think stuff like that is pretty. Like that president was pretty cool, but like not knowing about stuff like that and that weakness and all that.
It could just be in his head, because
Yeah.
I mean, it changes no difference. He's still doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
And I just wish I would have known his thought process, because
Mhm.
I even started to feel a little comfortable, starting to get used to the stuff that's going on now.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I haven't run into any anti-maskers at work.
Mhm.
Like everyone's been
Same.
pretty chill about, and even though our area in which we live in sucks, like there's a big attitude of resistance towards all that. I still feel that people were getting accustomed to it.
That was Roosevelt.
So he got shot, but he also had polio.
Yeah, so it was Roosevelt. All
It
right,
was
yeah.
I knew it.
So he was double the cool man.
So he's double cool, man.
Yeah. Also speaking of like the whole vaccine and stuff, like, or the whole quarantine, nothing really changed for me.
Nothing.
Yeah, I still live the same way throughout the whole quarantine, even before and after. So pretty nice for me.
I mean, it's like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah,
We're like
yeah.
5 dudes in this one
Yeah.
apartment.
That's
So,
true.
Yeah.
if we were to like be really strict with the whole quarantine thingy inside this apartment,
We're-
like we
we're
wouldn't
really
do
that
nothing.
strict. We weren't strict. We just said wash your hands, which is literally doing nothing.
Yeah.
If anything, we did have those like 2 weeks where we would only leave for work. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a good period which is left for work. I think it was a little while more than 2 weeks, but
Mhm.
still. Yeah. But luckily, the whole thing of like your work also of it like not encountering anti-vaxxers and stuff like that, or not anti-vaxxers, anti-masks,
Mhm.
because we do live in a pretty conservative place. Even though we're pretty close to the university, it was pretty liberal.
Yeah.
Which is funny watching both of them interact very close together.
It all happens at the intersection in front of Stripes.
Intersections were Stripes.
The protesters.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
No,
yeah, when
that one dude that was by the university with a friggin' like assault rifle or some
Oh
shit.
yeah.
and also that guy, and also the guy with the chainsaw
At the
Oh,
at
yeah.
the McAllen downtown.
It was in DT.
What's it called? The,
Like
B-
the other day.
the BLM protest.
Oh,
right?
yeah. We're just going around
Black
with a
Lives
chainsaw.
Matter. Yeah.
Dude, I'm surprised there hasn't been a war down here yet.
Well, that guy was just protecting his shop because
That's true.
Because of the crap that happened in other places.
Oh
but,
yeah.
it's still pretty cool. It's pretty funny.
Because I mean, like the most, even as like those extremes go on, the most I've seen down here is just protests in front of the courthouse.
Yeah.
And even then, they never escalate, because you even see the police come over and just bring them pizza and
Yeah.
waters. So it never really escalates to anything major
You-
down here.
You literally bring them food, and there's like, all right, we're
It's
cool, guys.
because the Valley only cares enough to say something. They don't care enough to do anything.
Yeah.
Dude, it's just like schools, man. They don't really care. Like, I remember I had a friend who went to this other school, which is like another school that was in my district.
Mhm.
And he said that literally the security caught them smoking out there. And he was just like, as long as y'all don't like actually do something like really, really bad, y'all are fine. He
Okay.
didn't even stop them. He was like, just don't be too stupid.
We got that valley culture down here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You just
It's
don't give a
it's
shit.
in,
That's
it's
it.
because it's in the schools, and then it goes
Yeah.
out into the streets and
Yeah.
stuff. It's just like
It's just so
even in
nonchalant.
schools, you'll see people like talking all whatever this
Yeah.
and that, but it's all always talk.
Also, it's
Maybe
very-
one in every
Yeah.
like 10 fights or arguments will
Mhm.
end up in a fight, but that's just like it's a dumb ratio compared to like other places where they like people are actually like getting beat up every day.
Yeah, and then it's also a possibility the cop comes over and then mom was suddenly like, "You just arrested your cousin. What are you doing?"
yeah.
I thought we were family.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. I mean, apparently the place. I mean, the valley is just very corrupt. It's just very much corrupt.
I've learned
from
to
what I
live with
heard,
that.
from what I heard,
That's sad.
apparently there was like some investigation thing or whatever done to like kind of just see like how the corruption is down here, and they were just like, yeah, like anything goes here. It's really just
That makes sense because
Yeah.
it's a higher chance of arresting your family than somebody that you don't know.
exactly. It's just it's not very diverse.
Yeah, there's
so
no diversity down here, guys.
I mean, you're lucky if you see anybody. You know,
When you
anybody that's not like the same as you.
When you say that, it really brought up something. This was like my senior year in high school. I was at one of the churches that I went to, and one of the pastor's sons wanted to go pick up a friend to bring over to church, and they just asked me, could you go with them, since they didn't have a license. I didn't have a license either. So they were like, could you just go with them?
Oh, dude, you know what that means? That means you're the fall guy.
Yeah.
They're just gonna pin on you.
So they send me out with them because I'm more responsible than they are.
Okay.
He just had a little more experience with the car, so I was like, I'll just go with you.
Yeah.
We go. The guy turns out he just couldn't make it, and I was like, okay, so we're heading back. It was still in the same neighborhood, so it's not like we had to get on the expressway or anything.
Yeah.
So it was just literally like pull out of the neighborhood, take a right, and see if he's there. He wasn't able to make it. All right, to pull around, and as he's taking the left to go back, he doesn't stop at a stop sign, which it happens kind of often. You wouldn't think of it much.
Down
but,
here, yeah.
but this one time that he does it, a cop pulls him over, and he just recognizes him because he knows his parents.
Wow.
But in a good buddy
pastors
way.
kid.
Like
Okay.
he just knows him. They know him in a good way. And he's just like, all right, well, let me just make a call real quick to your parents.
Yeah, so it was like because it does like cops can give warnings and stuff like that. Did he give him a warning? Or
Yeah, it
anything?
was just like, hey, just drive back.
Okay.
Just don't do this again. Just
So-
and if you do, just at least stop at a stop
It's like
sign.
if you do, here's $20.
And then like we get back to the church. Service is already over because it just took that much time.
Yeah.
And his parents just come up to me and they're like, "We're so sorry. Are you okay?" It's like, "No, yeah, we're good." And he's just like, "I feel so bad."
You should have just clutched your arm and be like, I got hurt.
Yeah, that stop sign. I think we hit it a little too hard.
Yeah, and they just look at their son like, "What's wrong with you?" It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it's like those soccer players that just like fake the.
Yeah,
they just fall.
Yeah.
It's like, they broke me. I'm done.
My leg's upside down. It's like,
Also,
you're
every
perfectly
soccer
fine.
player ever.
But yeah, it was the same thing where it's like, "Oh, who stopped you?" And the son said the name of the cop, and they were like, "Oh, him," and it was like, "Ah, you're good."
Yeah.
What if his cop he didn't know?
Pull a
It's
soccer
very
move on you,
unlikely.
Yeah.
Huh?
I pulled a soccer move on you. I tapped you.
And now you have a broken arm.
I work at a soccer stadium, and you don't know how often I've seen that.
Yeah.
They practice their falls.
Dude, for real.
There have been a few
They
teams
probably
that
do.
have done that.
Yeah. Y'all ever have those instances where you have this interactions with like a cop and it's always just like, oh, that could have. I wish that would have rather not happened.
I haven't gotten pulled over yet, and I mean the only interactions I have
Twice.
had with a with a police officer is I was working one day. This is already COVID times.
Yeah.
COVID times.
We're having a table separated, everything spaced out, but we still have a sign. We've always had the sign that says no solicitor, so he can't come in and ask for money.
Yeah.
And so we've had this guy constantly do so multiple times.
Yeah.
And
Oh, that guy.
he comes in, he's bearded, he has a cap, and he always does the little story where he gets up on top of a chair and he screams, "Can I have your attention, please? I only need $20 more so I can afford my hotel tonight. Could you help me out? I just need a little bit more money so I can afford my night stay." Yet there's multiple reports of people seeing this guy just buying food or just doing anything but what he's telling.
Yeah.
And so everybody knows that. So before, about a few years ago, they would shell out the money for him, but now nobody gives him any. This one time he walks in, and I'm about to tell him, "Sir, you have to get out." Like I'm already ready to walk up to him and be like, "You gotta leave." which
Just
I had to
done
do a
with
few
it.
months. Yeah, which I had to do a month ago. I had to do it to him again.
I might as
Yeah.
well as
But
guys.
right before I do so, there's a police officer just walking in, and my coworker's like, "Oh, hi, how's it doing, sir? Would you like that to? Are you gonna eat here or to go?" And he's like, "Oh no, I'm just want to speak to the gentleman over there." And the guy hears that, he's like, "No, no, 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 no!" And he starts walking out of the
Jeez.
restaurant. He's like, "Sir, sir, sir," and he stops him right outside the door.
Wow.
And then he just starts having to talk. And from what I could tell, he basically told him, "You just can't be doing this.
You can't
The,
be
the,
doing
the
that."
private property clearly says you can't be doing that."
Yeah.
So, even if they allowed you, you've already gotten a bunch of complaints from multiple businesses in the street. So you better stop. But he's still going.
Okay.
When you mentioned the dude saying so I can afford my hotel tonight,
Mhm.
it reminded me of something that happened to me and my mom earlier this week. We went to Walmart. So we parked on like the far end, so we're like coming towards the left side of the Walmart, and then there's these people there. This dude,
Foreign. I thought he was in Edinburgh.
Oh wow.
Oh my God.
well, the other Walmart. Anyways, so we're going to the entrance. There's I don't know if they're a couple or what. There's this dude and this chick there. The chick high on something. I didn't smell any weed, so it wasn't weed, but I know she was high on something. And then the dude almost almost blackout drunk. So the chick walks up to my mom's like, "Hey, can you give us a ride to our hotel, please, so we can make it there for the night?" And as she's saying this, I look at the dude. He's just running, or not running. He's just walking. He walks right into a trash can. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And
Can't do
then
that.
my mom was like, "No, sorry." She's like, "Oh, okay, thank you." And then we just like ran right into Walmart. We're like, "Fuck this, we're out." Like
Yeah,
I just look over and see the dude just like. Like he wasn't looking where he's going. He ran into the trash can and then he bumped into the wall right afterwards. I'm like, oh my god, no.
It's always fun to see those people, huh?
I'm sure he's gonna wake up the next morning and be like, "Ah."
It was so funny.
Yeah.
Like
Okay,
one
we-
more drink and the dude probably would have been out.
What's
Probably.
you've had a weird experience with a cop?
Not necessarily weird. Although there was an instance. It was just like. So this is back when I still lived in La Villa. I was like, that's where my dad was at. So, I stayed with him most of the time just so I can keep continuing classes classes in La Villa. And so I remember this is when we were starting to do like D&D originally.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is one of like the earlier sessions, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would just go all the way from over here, from Edinburgh, just down, going all the way back to La Villa. And at the time, I think I just took like the main roads. Not the route with Monte Cristo, even though that one's, I think, a little faster. At the time, I was just more familiar with going through, just down 107 all the way down. And so getting where Ed Couch is at, I'm already at I'm almost at Ed Couch, getting into La Villa.
Yeah, I love
And
couches.
yeah.
I don't know
and
any of these streets or things you're saying.
Giving away our
yeah,
location.
it's 30 minutes that way.
Yeah, 30 minutes that
30
way.
minutes that way. That's where I was at.
All right.
Or that's what I was trying to get.
That's-
They probably stopped me like at 23 to 30.
Saying 30 minutes that way makes more sense to me, literally. You just said.
Yeah.
Talking about couches and things.
It's called Ed's Couch.
Ed-
You get
All right,
educated
all
of
right.
the couches
It's
there.
Ed's couch, right?
is
Whoever
Ed's
the heck,
couch.
whoever the hell is Ed?
Also his buddy Elsa.
Continue.
No wonder
Yeah.
it's cold over there.
Yeah, anyways, it was like it wasn't that late at night. I want to say it was like probably after 10.
Mhm.
But I don't think it was close. It might have been, I don't think it was close to midnight.
Yeah.
But anyways, it was just like nighttime. And then so driving down that way, and then like a car just an officer pulled me over. It was like in front of the Ed Couch school.
Okay.
And then he was just like, he was just asking like, "Sir, what, what are you doing? Where you going? Where you coming from?" and stuff like that. I told him that I was going back to La Villa just because that's where my dad's at. And then I told him that I'm just coming back from playing D&D with my friends and stuff. And then he was like, "D&D,
Oh,
what's
nerd
that?" And I was just like,
presenting.
"It's Dungeons and Dragons." And he was just like, Dungeons and Dragons. Think I heard of that? What is that? Anyway, I was just like, so I had to explain to the officer what Dungeons and Dragons was.
Alright, so we use
It's
our
like-
imaginations
Yeah.
and we
It's like-
pretend.
Like, all right, officer, let me educate you on
Yeah,
this.
basically.
You pull out a car trains. He's like, you see this? This is a D20.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure as it was just going on, he was just like, yeah, this wasn't worth the pullover. Because they don't really, I don't think they really pull over too much, but they gotta get somebody.
Clearly, you're not a threat. So.
It would have been funny if you guys both rolled like a D20 and whoever had the higher number wins. So if you win, you just go off without any punishment.
Sir, if I win, I get to cuff you.
Oh,
man.
Jeez Louise. But yeah, so
Omar's into cops, all right?
yeah, I was able to. It was just he was just like off for warning or whatever. It's because like his reasoning for pulling me over was like the light for the back license was kind of like not. He wasn't able to really see the license too well or whatever.
Mhm.
So it was just like he was just pointing that out, and I was just like, oh okay, replace that, whatever.
Oh yeah, I feel like he just pointed that out because he saw something. Like, I don't think that was the actual reason to pull you over. I think he just wanted something to do.
Yeah, no, actually,
Yeah.
it's because he didn't see the license plate, so it's because he couldn't see it.
Well, actually, from what I heard, because like before in my high school, I had a teacher for criminal justice classes and stuff like that. Like, she used to be like a police officer. She used to be like a person that was, she was one of the people that was like out and about, and also the ones that were in correctional facilities, and then also the ones that did dispatcher.
Yeah.
So she's pretty familiar with the criminal justice stuff. She said that one time, you know, she was just kind of like, she knows that she can basically give you a ticket for almost anything. You anything that's wrong with the car, you can get a ticket for it. But it's just that, I mean, if officers were doing everything that a person could get ticketed for, everybody would have tickets. They can get you for the lights. They can get you for any bumps that are on your car that you haven't fixed. Any the wipers aren't working. Everything has to be correct.
The cars I've seen before, they're just kind of wrecked and just
Yeah,
have both sides missing, and then the windows missing.
So if I have a dent,
I mean, I don't know about the dent. I was just saying that to be
those
dramatic.
few cars that we've seen in the past where they're just missing the whole bumper in the front.
Missing a bumper, you get to.
I guess anything that could potentially cause harm if it messes up in any way. Since a car like that, who knows how far gone it is? It's like that's potential for hurting people or something like that, or getting into accidents. So like, that makes sense, but that's funny.
She said that one time she had an interaction with a person where she had pulled him over. There were many reasons for her to give the person a ticket or whatever like that. Like there were so many things she could have marked off, and then she, just because it was so out there and she hadn't given anybody a ticket for this, she had given the person a ticket for something with their windshield wiper or something. Just because it was just, and then the person was like, give me a ticket for that, and she was like, I can give you a ticket for this, for this, for this, for this, for that. I'm just taking you for this. So you want to take that, or you want us to go down the list? And she was like, all right, okay.
I like that. That's a good approach.
So, yeah, there's even the little lights at the back that you can't see the license plate too well. That, as you know, is not really worthy of a ticket as it sounds like. It's still something they could have done.
It's like, you want the ridiculous ticket or the expensive ticket?
Well, a lot of times people, like, usually when I see cops do that, it's always because one of the back lights is off or the front lights. It's just like the most common thing I see people get pulled over for, like if their car has something wrong with it.
Because when you're driving it all the time, you're not the one looking at it.
You're not the one looking at it. A lot of time, it looks like they should give them a warning because it's just like, all right, this is wrong. You can't really see that. So hopefully you realize that before, but now I'm giving you a warning, whatever.
Yeah, I will say though, ever since that time, I still haven't changed the light out. I haven't gotten pulled over for that since. I'm pretty sure it was just because he was bored, and it was like really close to midnight, I think, or it was like in the start of the night. And
do those guys have to fill out a quota of how many people they stop?
I think they do.
Quotas aren't an actual thing, but they do have it where they'll get certain money for pulling people over for certain things.
Yeah, I think
so. They don't necessarily have one in their own system inherently, but they kind of just mandate it.
Yeah,
they kind of just make it.
Because I remember one time my sister was driving, and there was this one corner, this one light that everybody turned, and the four was like, "Why is there a line? Like, there's a line right here for a bunch of cars." And then we get stopped from the cop that's just there, and then it's like we see the cop just going down this line. And by the time we got to my sister, the cop didn't give her anything. She's like, "Oh, we're stopping people." and it's for absolutely no reason. They didn't tell us that, but that's basically what it was.
Yeah.
It's like there's no reason to stop us. You didn't give us anything. I'm guessing they're filling like some type of quota, or whatever you just said.
Yeah,
Of, like they have to fill something out.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like like there's no such thing as like a routine check or anything. It's just like this week, or I don't know, whatever specific amount of time it is.
Stops the amount of
Like
people, or what stops us from-
the more people we stop for X reason, then and you're able to get a ticketed for that reason, then once you reach a certain amount, then we're gonna get like X amount of money.
Yeah.
That's basically how it is. That they
Yeah.
get like different funds for the amount of whatever that they got. So they'll just push certain tickets to go out, or at least that's what my criminal justice teacher had told me about how like it's like they'll have a cop that's like at a specific spot on the road, kind of just keeping an eye out, seeing whatever if they see anything that would match reaching that. I'm sure they're looking at other stuff, maybe, hopefully, but if they see anything that matches what they're really looking for to get more money out of it, then they'll just radio a cop that's down the road of what car it is, and then they'll pull them over. So yeah.
I guess that'll be just like, since it's taxpayers' money, that's all the funding. It's like, all right, is it worth it or is it not worth it? And if they don't get like a certain amount of people, it's like, oh, it's not worth it since it's not do that. And I guess those weeks, like, we need the tax money.
Yeah.
So like, that's my guess, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's all a bunch of hearsay, not applicable in court. But
I swear, Your Honor, it's not my terabyte.
Any cops watching, we can't get arrested for this, right? Dude, false information. We don't know what we're doing.
Watch, as soon as you say that, just the FBI comes in, like, you just exposed our entire system.
Or those people who like those videos where they plug in their USB mouse to the wall, where they have the little brick that plug the mouse in, and then they just click, and it's like, FBI, we're coming in.
Yeah, just like hacking and see whatever the meme.
Literally every FBI meme ever.
Speaking of that, you weren't ready to tell me what happened to me today? So,
Oh, I thought we were still going off of the cop stories. I was about to do mine.
Yeah, I haven't told my story yet. What about his story? He hasn't said his stories. What's wrong with you, man?
Because all I
say yours, man.
I don't have any stories.
Because all I said earlier was I got pulled over twice. I never said anything else.
Go for it.
Right, you can go first.
We'll save your story for like this episode, but at a better moment.
we'll go ahead and put a pin in it. Boom. There's the moment.
There we
No.
We'll get to it when we get to it.
Okay, so it's not gonna be anything that bad. It's just really quick. So I got pulled over twice for speeding. He knows how I love to speed. I go like 115 on the expressway whenever it's empty.
Speed.
Well, I choose to ignore it because so my conscience can be okay, but I choose to ignore it.
Yeah, look at the lovely couple.
But anyways, so I've only been pulled over twice for speeding. Once was like maybe not even a minute away from my house. I even told the officer that. He checked the trunk. He checked everything in my car to make sure I didn't have anything bad on me. I'm like, okay, that's fine. My main concern was just that that mom wasn't home at the time either. We were coming from the same place, my grandparents' house. So I was like, I don't want mom to see me get pulled over. So I'm just there with my hands on the
Should
hood
have
of the
thought
car.
about mama before
Wait.
you sped.
Wait, they took you outside of the car?
Huh?
They pulled you out of the car?
Yeah, I was outside. I parked like on the
Yeah.
side, and then I was outside with my hands on the hood so you can check the rest of the car. I'm like, what? Just
You're
check
in the
car.
most vulnerable position,
Wow.
ready to be spotted by your mama.
I know. That's why I was like,
Yeah,
hurry
wait.
up! And no, he let me off without a warning because I told, or with a warning,
Well, you
because
gotta
I told him that
Yeah.
I lived there. What?
You gotta explain a little bit more. Why did they pull you out? What did they think they
Yeah,
had on
because
you?
I was about to ask, was there even probable cause to pulling you
Yeah,
out?
it's like, how do you look at the
Oh no, he just said like, please step out of the vehicle so I could inspect it and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Make sure like nothing bad is in here, no drugs or
You
anything.
probably just look like a druggie.
Yeah.
You just got typecast.
Did you have your long hair or did you have your kid hair?
the long hair.
The long hair.
Kid hair.
Drug-
Or like this was around the time where I didn't have like my
His
now
hair is
long
long
hair.
because he doesn't get
But
out.
when
Because the drugs
that
all the
one you
time.
always reference when it was like short long.
Oh, okay. Oh,
that
okay.
was when it happened.
No, it's because like he showed me pictures of him back in high school playing football.
Yeah,
They
they're
made
like-
him nothing. Like there's nothing.
It's like
like
Buzz?
yeah,
You're
Buzz
skinhead?
cut hair. Yeah, he was basically skinny. No, I'm just joking. It's like those kid haircuts where they have nothing, where the parents don't want to deal with combing their hair, so they just do the shortest they can go.
Yeah.
That's what he had.
So Buzz.
Yeah, but so I was outside the car. He's like, okay, everything's good. I already checked off your license and registration. Everything's fine. And I told him I'm literally just on my way home. It's like right there. He's like, okay, I'll let you off with a warning this time, but don't speed again. I'm like, okay, fine. and Mom never found out until like
Till now.
no.
So now, hi, Mom.
No,
Cody's
my,
mom.
no, my family doesn't watch these at all.
Oh, well, guess what?
Well,
we
don't
lock
watch
them
this
in. Your mom just walks in with a seatbelt.
She already knows about this. She already,
Bill.
like I didn't tell her about it until like the next time I got stopped.
This is the next time you get
So the second time I got stopped was over in Weslaco. None of
Yeah.
you know where that is, but we know where that is.
I
They
just
take-
Google Maps it.
They take their shit serious. No, it was in Harlingen on the way over to the mall to get my mom a present for Christmas.
So it's for your mother. It's all her fault.
I was on my way back, just jamming out, and I was going like 80 on a 65, which everybody does on the expressway. It's like literally this is how we got. We have like 3 lanes on the expressway. It's literally like the 65 to 70, 70 to 75, and then 80 and up. That's literally how the expressway works down here. But over there, they take their shit very seriously. So I got pulled over for that, and then they gave me a ticket, and then I didn't tell Mom until I paid it off. And that was when she found out about the other one too.
How much is the ticket?
Yeah, it was like, what was it? It was
How,
either
how
180
fast
or
was I
210.
going that? Times 5.
Because the first time I got stopped, I was going 60 and a 45.
Okay.
And the second time was 80 and a 65.
So you just love going 20 over.
That's, no,
No,
I love
I don't mess with it.
I love going more than that over. You know this. I love going into triple digits, but the times that I've been stopped were just like 20, like 15 over. That's
Very
it,
cool.
which is funny.
That's very cool. Now I know not to drive with you.
Exactly. Well, I don't do that anymore.
He don't know. He does.
I don't
He
do it
he toned
anymore.
down.
Yeah, by a lot.
Now it only
actually.
goes like 15 over.
No, if I ever go over, it's like maybe 5. That's
Yeah,
it.
it just goes up to 11.
No, the
Because,
ticket
like-
was like 180, 210.
Typically, he drives everywhere with Google Maps, like just on constantly to know where he's going. And Google Maps has a little feature where it's tracking your speed. And if you start going over, the color
Yeah,
goes from
red.
regular to red,
Yeah.
and it
goes
gets
from,
darker and darker red.
If
as
you're
you
going
speed.
too slow, it's like black. If you're meeting the speed limit, it's orange. And if you go over like by a lot, it's red.
Yeah, it's funny because like even Google's like wait.
Yeah, we're reaching colors we shouldn't reach. Yeah, I guess. Let me see. I've only had. Well, I had multiple interactions with cops, but like the 2 memorable ones was one that was just kind of like a cop telling me, if you ever get hit, you count as a vehicle, and the only reason is because I'm riding my bike through the crosswalk where there's no lights.
Yeah.
So apparently, if you're riding a bike and you're crossing the street, you count as a vehicle. So be careful out there.
There you go.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Yeah, it's always stopped on my bike and the cop in the car. It's like, hey. so yeah, that's news to me when that happened to me. And then the second time, this is when I was 5, so I didn't get stopped.
You were on a tricycle.
I was on a tricycle. I got stopped. There was 2 buzzed. I was like, oh man.
Son, can you step out and walk on
You're
this line?
Walk-
You're riding while drinking your juice box.
Son, can you say your ABCs? First of all, I'm in kindergarten still.
I barely know what a 2 is.
Never fight. I was with my group of friends, and then like the cop that in front of my house is a rented house, so there's like people coming in and out. At one point, we had a cop, and all of my group of friends, we walked up to the cop. He's like, "Hey, you're pretty cool. Can you show us your gun?" And then he shows us his gun, and he's like a bunch of 5-year-olds like trying to grab the gun, which is really funny thing about, and also really dangerous. That cop was pretty cool. He stayed there for a little while, and I rented a house. But that's about it with my interaction with cops.
Dude, imagine you
Okay.
see little kids reaching for the gun. He's like, "Get down on the ground! Down on the ground!"
Trying to take my way.
Shoots them all.
There's a warning shot.
Wait, what?
For whatever reason, he also had a taser, but he showed us the gun. So I don't know why he just like showed us the thing that was a little safer, but he showed us the gun.
Well,
Well, didn't
It
you guys
depends.
ask for the gun?
No, we didn't. Well, I don't remember exactly whether we asked for it or he was like, "Can we look at it?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" Or he's like, "Hey, kids, want to see something cool?" So I don't know. It's been a good while. I was 5, and also I think that was pretty cool that we got to see that.
well, I mean, it's something cool to see when you're 5.
Yeah.
When I'm guessing in his mindset, as long as they got the safety on and
Yeah.
they don't grab it,
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess we're good.
Yeah, I'm definitely sure he had the safety on because
No.
that's part of first day training.
Yeah, well, obviously that's what I'm
Yeah.
sure that Jose was saying was like,
Yeah.
well, the safety's already on.
Pretty sure
They're not gonna grab it, so
he
it's
was
okay.
He was stupid in showing us, but he wasn't an idiot in like having full control over it.
Yeah.
So he knows when all these 5-year-olds can't overpower this man. Because he's a pretty big dude too.
He just punts you if you really wanted to.
It's not brutality if you're resisting.
Oh.
So that's about it with all my interactions. Well, memorable ones.
Anyways, back to what we pinned earlier.
Boop.
Boop.
Unpin it. What do you want to say, boy?
All right, tell your story. Let's go. Do it.
No, just joking.
Do it.
So,
I'll smash your tablet if you don't.
all right. So, anyways, what I have been doing lately on TikTok, because my platform, I only use it to promote the episodes of the CodeO-cast.
boo.
I grabbed random clips and I put them up, and they usually get like a couple hundred views, and in hopes that at least 1 or 2 people will at least come over and watch. But there's this thing called a link tree, in which it's a little feature to where you can put multiple links in one link. You click it and a bunch of links pop up.
I am very familiar with this.
Yeah, I know
keep
you are,
going.
but I'm explaining it to them. So it just pops up with all the links that are available to you, and it's easier for people to find you, you know?
Boop.
And I wanted to do that,
Shouldn't have done that.
and I put that with both channels. I put it both channels on there. That way, like, it could be discoverable. So if people see the video, they go to my page, they click on the bio, and oh, look, I can subscribe or check out the videos now. And so I was having some issues for the past few days where it wasn't letting me change my bio. I had some basic bio, or I didn't have anything yet.
Dang, basic bio.
Basic
Yeah.
bio,
And so-
biology 101 and all that.
So basic.
So basic.
The day I finally managed to get it to work, I was still doing it wrong. Cody explained to me the right way to do it, but I was still doing it wrong.
Daddy got to step in.
Yeah, instead of putting the link
I'm
on
gonna call him the expert here.
instead of putting the link on my bio, I was supposed to put it on a step below that says website. So I was supposed to do it there, but I didn't know that. So I kept trying to do it on the bio, and it said error something, you can't do it. I'm like, okay. I finally.
Yeah, because there's like forbidden
Yeah.
characters you can't put in the bio, like the underscores.
Yeah,
and
there you
stuff
go.
like that.
And so I kept
Not
trying to
touch
do that.
it.
I kept trying to do that, and once I finally got it to work, I'm like, okay, it worked. And then I clicked on my bio, and I'm like, it didn't do the thing. And I'm like, all right, well, what did I do wrong? And I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'll just work on it tomorrow, because I had to do something. I was gonna get busy, so I was like, I guess I just won't do it. I'll worry about it tomorrow. And I'm looking at my notifications, seeing who liked and how many people are watching the promotional video that I put out today.
Yeah.
And I see there's notifications from TikTok themselves, just like, oh, you violated our community guidelines.
Oh, they struck you with that bullshit. All right.
Oh, you
They
could've-
sent it to me 3 times.
You violated what?
I don't know what I violated. And they were like, if you want, you can appeal it. And I'm like, what did I do? And they're like, we reviewed your appeal. You still violated our community guidelines.
Oh my god, I remember the first time I got
Yeah,
stuck with
we're,
that shit.
And so they don't tell you what you did wrong.
They never do. They never do.
All they do is say, hey, you did bad. You can't change your bio till tomorrow. And I'm like,
Great.
that's not a punishment, sure. That's not a punishment. And as of an answer, like I said, like, what's going on? This is stupid. I go back to my For You page, which is just where you get to scroll and see anyone's like videos.
Yeah.
The first video that pops up is people criticizing the modernization of TikTok.
It's so popular they put it at the front page of the thing.
Dude, TikTok
Wow.
Jesus got banned for like a 5th time already.
TikTok
It's great.
Jesus.
But yeah, I was just like, I don't know what I did wrong, but sure, I can't
None
change
of
my
us know
bio
what
till
you do.
tomorrow. I don't care.
Yeah.
But could you at least tell me what I did wrong so I don't do it again?
Please, Daddy TikTok, what did I do?
Like when it comes to TikTok, a lot of times, like especially within like art, like my community, which is the cosplay community, if you're using like a prop or something, you have to say like, oh yeah, it's a prop, this and that, or else they're gonna think it's like an actual weapon or stuff.
Okay, that's
So
stupid.
it is stupid because
Even
it
when it
looks
looks
so
clearly
cheap.
plastic.
Look at
Like
my-
the
look at
knife
my
that I did in
Wembley
that I had in the
sword.
photo shoot. Remember that?
The what?
The little like weird ass knife we got at
Oh,
Hollywood
yeah,
City.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like that's obviously a prop.
Yeah.
But you need to label it anyways. So
It's just-
anytime I would use that in the video, I would label it. And then this one video is literally just like of just this character lip syncing to a song. That's it. They're not even using it. It's just like they're in the frame. And that one, out of every single video that I put with that same person, that was the one that got taken down. The one where it's literally like there for like 2 seconds and out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the community guidelines strike said some of your content has been taken down. I look at my
Yeah.
videos, they're all still there.
Like even like in the appeal, I even put this is a prop weapon, a fake weapon. There's nothing that even shows harm or anything in there.
Yeah.
Nothing dealing with self harm, nothing like that in the video at all. It's not even there. And they're like, we reviewed your appeal. it's still taken down.
Like what do you have to do? Like put prop on the weapon, like write it down, put a piece of paper
That's
on
what
it.
people do. Like,
And it's like
And even then,
prop.
that gets taken down too.
yeah, what they do is like people will do
They
the
get
hands.
like a sticker. Kind
Yeah,
of thing.
sticker on
yeah.
it. Yeah.
They put it on there.
Yeah, they do this. Like, let's say I've seen a guy who does a gun hand sign,
Yeah.
and all he does is put a little block that says "not a gun."
Yeah. And it still gets taken down sometimes, which is stupid.
Stupid. Who even uses TikTok? Why do you use TikTok?
Well,
Well, this
Oh,
man has
man.
fans.
This is what happens when you
Man.
feed the beast, all right?
Yeah,
need
you-
it-
you
I need
feed
it
it
Now
to
to
the
you're
beast.
the
Now the-
feces that are excrements.
The
now
beast
that,
is
now
in
that
your
you bring
hands.
that up, I need to check. I haven't checked. Okay.
I don't know. I mean, it was
Okay.
just stupid because I was
Okay.
just like, well, my content is clearly not taken down, so I don't know what you're talking about.
You're right. I do have fans on there.
Second of all,
OnlyFans.
I still do.
OnlyFans.
oh, what? And
It's
then
OnlyFans. There's nothing else. Nothing
and then I was
special.
like-
Coming soon. No, I'm kidding.
second of all, you didn't tell me what I did wrong, so
Yeah.
It never does.
I don't know what I did, but I'm gonna keep doing it.
Oh.
But
Well, that's
yeah.
fun. You're getting your community strikes or whatever. I guess you're famous enough for.
I guess so. I mean, I have 20 followers.
Wow.
Whoa, whoa, slow
Whoa.
down there, buddy.
Come
All
on,
right?
mister. You know, that's the.
20
Okay,
followers.
Tell your cult to shut up.
bet.
Dude, that's like
Bet, hang on.
5 American households,
But all my
or just one Mexican household.
but that's like because the followers that the followers that I do have, they're not even my followers. They're just friends of his who follow me. So they're not even my fan base to begin with.
It's so funny. I don't know why that happens to you. I have 1,000 times more people than you, and it happens to you too.
Man,
You don't have 2,000.
rookie number.
Wait, no,
Dang.
20,000, never mind.
Rookie
It's
number.
20,000. I have 20,000. You have 20 something.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
It's 1,000 times. It's math.
20,000.
Right,
Actually, no.
Jesus.
Your math might be wrong
We
since
gotta-
I have
we
like
gotta-
26, 28.
We
You
got
only
a
have
calculator
22,000.
I have
Dang.
26.8 thousand.
Number 20 times
Dang it.
1,000. 20 times 1,000, that is that amount. So whatever he said, that is the amount. Yeah, you're right. 20,000.
Yeah.
I have 1,000 times. I don't know how TikTok views you and then strikes down you.
Because
Yeah.
they hate the little guy.
'Cause
They
you're
want to
pathetic.
take him
They
out
hate
while he's small.
everybody.
There's a David
Well,
Goliath story.
If you don't stop them when they're little, they're gonna grow up to be monsters. You monster.
Same can be said about kids.
I could just get rid of it. I haven't had an Instagram in like 2 years.
Our children taking over the elderly.
Probably.
Technically, yeah. So,
I mean,
everything-
Take them out while they're young.
I mean, the children don't have to wait that long. I mean, the elderly only have like what so much to live. You can take over anything.
I know, but they're senile, so they don't know that.
Ah.
Did you guys have a phase where like you
No.
were dedicated to social media?
People.
Were you dedicated to a social media for a little while, where like you tried to consistently post?
I never
For a little
posted
while?
in any social media.
I mostly did
Oh,
Facebook
God, I
a
hate
lot of
my
times
MySpace.
back when I was younger.
Because when I first got an Instagram, I mean, I got it just so I could like the pictures of my ex-girlfriend because she for some reason required that of me. But
I like my pictures so I could be famous.
But yeah, I got it, and I was like, oh, this is nifty. I mean, it's just a nice app. It's literally just Facebook reskinned. So, but it's more focused on pictures. And so, for a while, I was like, oh, this is nice. I mean, it's just friends, and that was it. There's no... I didn't have any family on there since they were all just had Facebook, and I'm like, I guess I could post whatever, and I don't have to have the embarrassing like comments from my grandma being like, "Hey, can you keep the look at you?" like those kind of things. So I was just like, okay. I was like, so I started posting like more frequently, and then I just fell off of
Like-
it because it's like there was no point to it in
It's
the
like,
end.
is this an infection?
What is this? No, I guess to answer your question, no.
No.
I guess to answer your question, yeah. But it's not Facebook for everybody, yeah.
I had Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter and all that stuff. I just use it to follow other people, and that's about it. Yeah, I never posted or anything.
That's what I use Twitter for. Just
Yeah.
to follow the people from Rooster Teeth, because that's what they mostly post on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still have Twitter?
I still have Twitter.
God, I hate
Yeah,
Twitter.
just to, like look at art and like photography and stuff like that, and also like you said, like Rooster Teeth stuff,
Yeah.
or other people that are like YouTubers. It's like, oh, what are they doing? It's like, are they when are you gonna post a goddamn video?
There's another friend that I met about a year ago. He's watching this show, and he was really cool.
Shout out to you, the
Yeah,
friend.
friend A.
a friend of the show. He was. Yeah, I was turning into his live stream that he was having on TikTok. He usually
Jay,
just.
friend of the show.
Yeah, friend A.
Friend Jay.
Friend Jay,
Friend
man.
Jay.
Friend Jay,
Oh.
whatever the hell.
Oh,
that
is that right, Jose?
but anyways,
Jesus. No, you're Jesus.
Whoa.
Are you?
You're in the shot, Omar.
Are you his friend?
I don't think so. I don't want to be his friend.
It was
More
at
like
this moment
acquaintances.
where
Yeah,
Omar
it's
just
kind of
sunk
acquaintance.
lower and lower into depression.
Yeah. Anyways,
I'm
why don't you
almost
just
there.
continue your
Dang.
freaking story?
Guys,
Gosh. He usually does this thing where he's playing just like anime music and just having a chit chat with his fans.
Mm.
He's about like I think he's got just the same amount of fans as you do, or not a little more.
Wow, they're
But,
the same fans.
Dang, he's like you, but better.
Yeah, better.
Anyways,
Yeah, why you have a lot of TikTok famous friends, man? You should get them out of this place.
Get famous, man. You should
I'm
get
not.
famous.
I'm the one meant not to be famous. I'm not meant to be famous. Anyway.
Then why are you on
Then
this
why are we
channel?
doing this?
Why are you on this
What is
channel?
the point of all this if we're not gonna reach up to those heights?
Nah, it's
Yeah,
just-
man, we're trying to get
he-
rich
he's,
from
he's
this,
holding
you
us
know?
down.
Yeah, we
He
gotta
doesn't
kick
wanna
this
get
guy
big.
out. Yeah, get this guy out of here. Also, continue your story.
Alright, guys, you saw it here today. This is gonna be the Freddy and Jesus cast from now
Yeah,
on.
Jesus cast. Jesus cast.
Turn this camera off.
No, for,
We're
the
just
for
gonna
Jesus
call it.
cast.
We're gonna call it jazz.
Also, I think we should cut
Jazz.
part of these bits out.
Yeah, I
You
don't
should
know.
what?
We should probably cut some of these bits out.
I will.
No.
They're not good.
Hey.
The funny ones will leave it.
Learn how to edit, and you do it.
I'm good. You can leave
Yeah.
it.
There we go. But yeah,
Friend A.
Friend Jay.
yeah, we were just talking. Like I was just being a little active on his stream, and he was just like, "Bro, send me your Instagram so we could just chat a little more." And I DM him. I'm like, "I don't have an Instagram anymore." And he was like, "Oh, don't worry, man. We can just talk here." I'm like, "Okay, cool." But yeah, like I'm guessing he uses that more since all of his followers follow him on there, and so he would get. I'm assuming he gets much more DMs through there if you keep them open.
Yeah.
So he would just to create a filter, and with people he's more exclusive with. It did the Instagram. I can't wait to the point
Fine.
where we get to do that. Just have like some live streaming this show. It would be fun.
Yeah, that'd be
What?
fun.
Live stream?
Yeah, live streaming this show. This would be fun.
Would be.
We've already
Possible.
tried that and we failed, remember? With
Where's-
the recording.
Where's the attempt? What attempt?
We always stream, me and you.
No, that's
and then
not.
last time you tried recording it and it failed because we couldn't, because it didn't save and we couldn't upload that as an episode.
Yeah.
No.
Well, if we-
I'm talking about this form of the show, not
Podcast.
the
Not whatever-
not the streaming.
Not the aspect of streaming, but
Yeah.
the streaming of the
This
podcast.
show.
Not being gay itself, but being homosexual.
But then we're gonna lose. You're gonna lose the editing. You're gonna lose the little something they call in French. I
je ne
don't
sais-
know what.
Je ne sais
I don't know what is it.
There's certain je ne sais quoi. That's the one.
What did you
You
say?
say je ne sais quoi.
Yeah.
God, what are you, some type of racist?
No,
Yeah.
but
You hate the French?
No.
You want down with the French?
You
Vive
don't
la
like French
révolution!
fries?
that is a nationality, not a race.
Yeah, exactly.
They're aren't they not?
Oh, God. Somebody is a retard. Anyways, continue with your story we were going to say previously, because we're not going to go into how stupid you are.
But wait, no.
No,
hold
no,
on.
no, no! Well, why you try to make yourself, explaining yourself, whatever. I'm going to get some water real quick.
They're not a different
Try not to
race.
justify your actions.
They're
sir.
still white.
Justify your
They just
way.
have a different accent and a different culture.
You're stupid.
It's like calling Mexicans and Brazilians like a nationality instead of like just calling them all Mexicans.
Like here, all right, Omar.
French is an ethnic group.
Yeah, it's just.
But it's not a race.
that is a race, you stupid. Ethnic
Well,
group.
actually,
Here,
race and
it's-
ethnicities are different.
Yeah, they are different.
Okay, to help you out, I guess, to be a little helpful. So people can be from France, but not necessarily French.
Okay.
Yeah, so people that are like born and raised and their bloodline comes from France are French. That is their race. But people can be born in France. People that were immigrants that walked into France and then they're, I guess, like their family's not from there. That's not their bloodline. They're also French. So, speaking, there is a race, a nationality, and ethnicity, but they're capable of both things, I guess. So it is both a race and what is it? A nationality.
It's an ethnicity.
I hate my
It's an
life.
Ethnicity.
Because I mean,
Whatever the words are.
I hate my life.
Anyways,
What do you say?
Retard alert.
I had finished it, but you guys keep bringing it up like I had more to say.
It is a Todd alert. Todd alert.
Okay.
Oh, we'll
Well,
find
we're
out
going back
whether or
to
not
the
that's true. He's
I don't
look
care.
it up later. Doesn't matter.
I don't.
So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't really care.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. You or
To
whatever.
all you
you
French
wanna
viewers
be.
out there.
Je ne sais quoi. There's
We're cutting
The
that
ones,
out.
the ones from Canada don't count. I'm just joking.
Yes, you're right.
They're Canadian. They're Canadian.
Quebec is not a real place, all right? You can't argue with me.
Wait, is it not?
God dang it.
The Nigeria Falls are not an actual place.
The Nigeria Falls.
Nice.
Yeah,
Niagara.
Nigeria.
I know. I'm trying to make it even more stupid.
Yeah, we are kind of stupid. This
Exactly.
Is all right,
I'm trying to go with the stupid.
Were you trying to say something before we went on this goddamn off?
I did not.
All right, cool.
This podcast is good.
Okay, back on topic.
Back on topic. Yeah, I guess if we do a live stream, that'd be pretty cool, huh?
That wasn't even part of the topic. But
Yeah, I guess if we do happen to do it, I like might the way I guess we will do
Alright.
probably do
You know,
it.
we're actually
Dude.
live streaming right now. I don't know if you guys know this.
Oh my
Put
God.
up a poll right now. Boom, poll.
Put up the
Look
chat right
Make
here.
it move
No,
a
wait.
little,
Put
so
up
it
the
looks
chat
like it's
right
live.
here.
It's
And
just, it's
oh,
just-
people think you're racist, Omar. Oh my
racist.
God.
Oh. Anyways.
Oh no, now it's tilted the other way. It looks like you're the idiot.
Oh no! Guys, you have to be such a stupid idiot. Yeah, the live stream will be pretty fun.
Yeah.
We'll probably do like a test stream, but not the official episode, just to
Yeah.
make sure things work, but still upload it.
Because what I kind of
Yeah.
experimented
We need
with.
people. We need
this-
people to watch this.
That's true. Because what I kind of
No, you
experimented
can live stream with
uh,
0 people. I don't know if you know this.
Well, I mean,
We've done it before.
I don't want that.
We only had like one viewer in the past.
We had one.
If the truth comes out, doesn't it? It's not that you can't. It's that you don't want to.
Oh yeah.
Jesus, okay.
But yeah, what I started experimenting with today is like I put.
I choked on my water.
I didn't even touch it.
I know.
Check the recording.
Scared me.
On YouTube, you can when you upload a video, what you
Yeah.
can do is set it as a premiere. You can still schedule it for a certain time, but you
Wow.
can set it as a premiere to
Explain
where
that to me better.
the first time it uploads, people can watch it like if it were live.
So,
so
friend
where,
C could be watching. That.
yeah, so where they could be watching it at the
He
same
doesn't have any
time
friends.
and
Yeah, I know,
throwing
I
up
just tried to make it
comments,
nice.
and people that are watching at the same time can interact. It's just like a live stream, but you know, it's just pre-recorded to be set at a certain time.
Yeah.
And so, I feel like we could start doing that more to where like that could be the beginnings of it, where
Yeah.
we start premiering videos to where if people just catch them and they could interact with each other.
And once we notice that people are actually watching them when it comes out, it's like I guess we can give it a shot.
I guess.
Yeah, but we just
No.
probably gotta manage a different time, or we gotta like schedule it out, like give people in
Yeah.
advance in time. So we'll figure it out in the
Yeah.
future if it ever happens.
Mhm.
We'll give it 2 hours. We're starting to upload at 2. Boom.
Tweeting it out. 2 hours from now, we're live streaming. Screw you.
We
you
need
don't make
5
it.
more cameras. We need boom mics.
All right, guys, donate to the channel today so we can get that equipment.
It's like we have all the equipment in the world, but no quality.
Oh, God.
Just
Look
shit
at this
quality.
picture. Look at this.
Big
Picture.
shit.
There's nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's a big shatter.
Ah, yes.
But yeah, I mean, if there's anything I learned from TikTok, you don't need too much to create a good quality video. It's just the way you work on it and how much you put into it to make it seem
Yeah.
as good.
Yeah, there's not a lot of quality in TikTok.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much that you can do. I mean, well, there is much you can put into.
I try to
when-
make mine not trashy. I, will
Yeah,
say
it's-
that. I put editing into mine.
Whenever you see a good TikTok, it's like 1 in a million.
That's true.
It's
Yeah.
just it's oversaturated and there's just way too many people, so sometimes you don't get to see the good things that you might want to see.
There is way too many people, and I've like heard of like people trying to do references, like when they're talking with their friends and they bring up a joke that they see,
Yeah.
you know, expecting that the other person knows it because, you know, the video that they saw it from is just blew up so
Yeah.
much, but they don't get it because they're just, like you said, it's so oversaturated.
Yeah.
There's so many people.
It's like, who would understand that? What, like, friend D? Who is that? I don't know who that is.
How many alerts have we gotten?
Like I said, I learned my alphabets because the policeman told me to step out of the vehicle and say my alphabets. I learned them that day.
Dang.
I had to be quick.
You learned it on pressure.
And then he walked you over to the line and he said, walk on this and say them backwards.
Oh, crap.
Dude, even if I was sober and they told me to say it backwards, I'd be like ZYXW.
Je ne sais quoi?
Oui, oui.
Dude, every time I remember the order of the alphabet, I have to sing it in my head to remember the
Yeah,
order.
I'm going through. I gotta go through it, the regular, and then when they get to my letter, that bound back.
Yeah. Because
I gotta sing it too.
I mean, for me, my TikTok is just a bunch of throwbacks because everyone's very personalized. It's just-
Throwback.
Wow, throwback.
It's just a bunch of throwbacks to things that we used to do in the past, retro games, retro things.
Yeah.
I follow this actor who played the Red Power Ranger in Power Rangers Dino Charge.
Tommy.
No. I do follow him too, but
Got it.
I'm talking
Oh,
about
Jason, yeah.
I'm talking
the
about
Green
it.
Ranger.
No, it's Mason.
I didn't hear a word you said. I was too busy doing the alphabet backwards. I didn't hear a word you said, and I did it. I accomplished it.
That's great. That's
Hey, but you didn't say it out loud though.
Yeah, you
The
didn't
officer
say
thinks
that.
you're faking.
You're a
Dang.
faker.
You got arrested.
Yeah,
no
you
video. It
can't-
didn't count.
Dang. I'm pretty sure this mic picked it up instead of you guys.
No, it did not.
Yeah, probably.
Anyways,
Yeah.
He's gonna make sure it didn't.
You'll see at the end of this.
I'm gonna mute it.
Dang
So-
it, okay.
So your favorite Ranger, the red one, Tommy.
He's not my favorite, but he's pretty.
Whoa! He's not,
He's not my favorite, but if I had to do something to no.
No, so the guy that I was watching, he posted a video
Oh, he
in which
was. You broke up or something?
Dude, wasn't there a Power Ranger that was a murderer, bro? Oh my god.
I gotta
You
stop
support
interrupting.
murderers? Alright.
You do that every time. You're gonna kill a man.
It's because he doesn't
Almost
take,
is
he
done
doesn't
with
take it
this
lightly.
podcast.
You gotta man up a bit, son.
He wants it to be over already.
so this Power Ranger actor, his name is Brennan. He actually made a guest appearance
That's so
in
white.
Hold on, what?
Brennan.
Brennan.
Brennan?
Brennan.
Brennan with an N in the
Yeah.
middle. Oh, I thought it was like
What-
bread in.
No,
Oh.
with
He's
You're like,
like,
what?
He's like the chicken bread.
Yeah, that's some real
So,
white people
I
stuff.
think
huh?
it's Brennan. Brennan.
Yeah, Brennan.
Brennan.
Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna
So
say it
white
wrong,
though,
I don't know.
yeah.
yeah, and so
Friend B.
when he came out in Power Rangers, the guy did seem familiar to me, but I could never point my finger at it. Turns out when he was working for Nickelodeon, he made a guest appearance in iCarly, and he turns out to be the guy that could speak backwards. You remember that guy?
I don't.
He
I remember iCarly. I remember a lot from not a lot. I know some.
I think I know what
stuff
you're
from
talking
iCarly.
about.
So
Yeah,
there's
I
a
wasn't
guy-
rich
I know
enough to
what
have
you're
cable.
There's a guy who just
You like to
walks
bring that up a
in.
lot, huh?
It was like a show.
Janet, you're poor.
I am poor. Not anymore.
That's true, not anymore.
I live in this apartment with 5 other guys.
Dude.
No,
Four
no.
other guys.
Well, this is your temporary stay. When we go to your house, that you're not poor.
I don't have.
Hey, dude,
I still
hey.
have cable at home.
Do you work?
Who
No.
needs cable
And
these
you
days?
pay rent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not poor.
Because I work during the summer.
Well, regardless, this guy turns out to be the guy who could speak backwards in that segment of iCarly.
Yeah.
And he did a so there's this thing that you do on TikTok. It's called duetting, where the original video is on the right, and you're
Please don't explain things from TikTok to me.
he's just commenting. He's watching the video, reacting to it, and commenting it
Just
to
react.
it. He's just reacting to it, and then there's people on the comments saying like, "Wait, did you actually do this? Were you actually able to speak backwards?" He's like, "Yeah, I can do it right now." He re-says the line that he did, and he's like, "I can talk backwards." And he does it again, but it freaked me out that I never realized that it was that guy.
Wow.
Oh, fake
So-
fan. Yeah.
Well, there's so many Rangers, so many Ranger actors.
Fake fan, man.
I thought you were supposed to be a Ranger encyclopedia, man.
Yeah.
For the most part, but if I want to be a true encyclopedia, I have to read the comics. And
Why am I studying under you then?
Oh,
Are you my
dude,
Power
studying
Ranger
under you.
professor?
Here's the question: who's the least popular Power Ranger?
Yeah, is it Tommy?
Power Rangers Operation Overdrive, the whole team.
Oh, Tommy.
Is that the
All
one you hate?
Got it.
And specifically, one of the actor who played the Black Ranger, because he
God, you hate black people.
no,
Yeah, we
he-
see it. White power.
That's why Tommy is the best. He was the white.
He is
Ranger.
African American, like he did play a Black Power Ranger. They
Interesting.
committed that oopsie in
Oops.
2008
They
again.
did that in Mighty
Oh,
Morphin
no,
too.
don't worry. It was
Yeah, but I'm
funny.
saying they said we're never gonna do that again, but they
Yeah.
do it again 15 years later.
Don't worry, that's funny in 2008.
And so they had their very first Power Morphicon, which is the Comic Con basically dedicated for Power Rangers, and they were the first ones to appear in that since their series was going on at the same time.
Uh-huh.
And they did this poster that they all signed in order to donate to kids that were in the hospital who just needed donations. And they were going to sell these posters to create money for this charity. And they had this set of posters, they sold most of them, but this actor, he was like, no, I mean, I worked hard on the show. I'm going to keep it. And to this day, he still has that poster that everybody hates him for because it was meant to be sold off for charity.
Yeah.
And so
So it's just one poster. And
one poster out of the many that could have been sold.
If it's many, wait.
It was a few. I'm sorry, because it was
he took a few.
He took one, but it was a limited edition. Like it was just a few set that they all signed.
Do you know how many there were?
No, but from what I understand, it was a few posters, and not even that much. That they were all sold at a high price in order to raise money for this charity, and the one that everyone signed it, so it's worth money, obviously, because even if it's a bad season or not, they're still worth money because they're part of pop culture. And so, it's appraised and everything because that's what holds the water. It holds the money there, and he kept it for himself.
Yeah, I think if he took one, it's not a bad thing. But did they sell the other ones?
I think they did, but still, like it's a scummy thing.
It is kind of scummy, but if there's other ones to sell, then it's like, oh, you should.
Did they sell out?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They're fine. The freaking Power Rangers are little pansies.
I guess so. I mean,
The fans, not the Power Rangers. I think they can kick my butt.
They do have to go through a training program, like 6 weeks worth of training before they actually get to start doing filming.
The fans. The fans never go through training.
No.
When's the last training you did?
Huh?
Almost like training. I'd never even heard of it.
Yeah, friend E is very disappointed in you.
I don't even know who friend E is. I don't know what B through D is now.
Jeez Louise, dude. You
So
don't even know your
confused.
friends.
All we know is that your friend G.
Yeah, your friend G.
You don't know friend E, your enemy?
Enemy?
Because you gotta keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
That's pretty gay.
If you were to have your own show, what would it be about?
What would it be about? What would you
all right,
want?
first
Big
of all,
anime biddies. No.
Yeah! Big anime biddies, big anime biddies, big anime biddies.
I think you missed
So
one.
you're a biddies man then.
And all those 36 people that were able to see the previous episode.
It was 2 episodes ago.
Yeah,
Two.
2 episodes ago. Yeah, whoever saw the Russian priest. If you don't understand, rewatch that episode again, please.
I mean, well, they cut it off.
It's
now.
not there anymore, so.
Yeah, I know, but they cut it off. But at least make them watch it again. Make them watch it again. Just make them watch.
Mess with the algorithm.
Algorithm.
Anyways,
I got so excited when you did say that we could mess with the algorithm and start putting the YouTube shorts.
Yeah.
Like doing that thing where.
Yeah, because I did watch YouTube recently. It was like, oh, this system is pretty bad, and I want YouTube to kind of fix it because they don't do anything. And it's like they're going through the steps like, oh, you don't need any subscribers, but apparently you do. So.
Yeah, because Jesus suggested like maybe we can get some attraction from there where like we put up shorts and we could just put clips here and there, gain people's interest, and maybe we can get more subscribers, more views naturally. But when I started looking for the option, I was like, man, I'm on the app, I'm on the website, I'm on my PC, I don't see anything. And I was like, all right, what's going on? I look up a video. Turns out, like, I was watching a tutorial of how to do so. It's like, all right, guys, you need a few conditions before you can actually put up your shorts. First, you need, like, 10,000 subscribers.
Wow.
And I was like, all right, I guess we can.
I guess we can, yeah. Because the one that I watched,
Yeah.
the YouTuber that I watched, he was like, oh, this is a broken system. And also, like, you don't need any subscribers for this. So I was like, oh, I guess. Because apparently he's doing an experiment where you made a second channel, but it's 0 subscribers and anything. So I don't know how he managed to be able to use shorts with 0 subscribers because he made a second channel. He's not telling people what the name of it is and like what the content is or whatever. He's just saying, I'm doing it. I want to see what happens, how fast this is going to grow in like the short amount of time. And so I guess it's a different thing that we are probably not being able to see, or it's just limited, or they did change like right after.
Yeah, because that's what I was gonna say. Maybe his video did get what he meant to be.
I don't know how to tell you this, but I think he got pranked.
Oh man, friend F pranked me.
You got pranked by friend F, dude.
Friend F. Oh no, but what's it called? Because shorts basically is like a TikTok format thing. It was like 60-second.
Shorts are. Like
Shut up,
pants.
Freddie.
Their shorts are like pants, but they're up to your knees.
Yeah, so they're 60-second
No.
videos, and yeah, they're kind of like TikToks in the same form as like it's on your phone, it's vertical and everything like that. And apparently the way that it works, that if like since they're shorter, if you get a full 100% view time, that means more recommendation and more is going to be put out in front of like the front page and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's
So
why
if you
against an impact.
Yeah, so if you have short stuff, short videos, of course it's going to be watched like at a higher percentage compared to like an hour-long thing. not many people finish or watch through the whole thing.
It's
So it's going to be recommended much faster, much easier, much going to more people.
So
Well, when
we gotta get a short.
But I
person.
guess something was changed within that week or
yeah,
whatever.
within the system.
Yeah.
Because like as soon as I found that out, I was like, all right, doesn't matter, we don't care. We'll get to that point someday, hopefully.
Yeah.
But
'Cause-
I started getting annoyed when all my YouTubers started putting out shorts at the same
Yeah.
time, and I'm like, all right, now you're just trying
Yeah,
to be
'cause
jerks
this-
about it.
Yeah, because this shorts beta thing was, I think it's kind of old now, like a few months old.
Beta.
Yeah, because it's still in beta form, and it's a couple months old. I don't know. I think it's old, whatever. It's been out for quite a while, and apparently there's been like the two YouTubers that the guy used as reference.
Yeah.
All they did was post shorts, and they have like a really like a good couple thousand subscribers and stuff like that.
What kind of
Interesting.
shorts?
It's crap.
Crap.
Yeah, I think one of them is either
Worst kind of shorts.
worst corner shorts. Yeah.
Got holes in everything.
Plot holes?
Yeah, one of them does a bunch of animations and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Of, I think it was either Fortnite or Roblox. crap stuff like that.
That get a lot of traction somehow.
Gets a lot of traction from the kiddos and kiddos, so they get to watch that. And the other one, I don't remember exactly what it is, but they did the same thing, abuse the shorts thing, and they got a bunch of subscribers pretty quickly within a month.
Mm-hmm.
So
Were they denim?
no,
Oh, semi.
yeah.
Those are trunks.
What you reminded me of?
What's up?
That one video you showed me where he's like, see that guy over there? He's cracked at Fortnite, my guy.
Have I shown you guys that?
Yeah, you did. And we don't want
I
to see
think
it.
so.
We don't want to see it again.
It's
It's funny, but it confuses me more than makes me laugh. Like I'm laughing because I'm so confused of what's going on in the video.
All he's saying is that you're cracked at Fortnite, my guy. You
He's
should
just
give him
saying
a
you're
compliment of
crackhead.
No, okay.
How hard is it that to understand?
The specific video
He's
that
saying that he's salty like a cracker.
what? What happens in the video is a guy he's pretending to walk. Like he's like me as an adult walking my son into
You're
GameStop to
an
buy some
adult.
V-Bucks for Fortnite,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just the POV, right? Like
Yeah.
the POV, and then he runs into this 10-year-old who says like,
So my friend over there, he's
name
taken.
No, he's like, this is my friend over there. His name is Justin. He's taken, and he's cracked at Fortnite, my guy. And then a kid with like a hoodie on, but the hoodie is like this. He has super big ears, and the ears are popping out like this, and he's doing this face. And he's doing this face.
Well, that's his thumbnail.
He's doing this face right here.
Yeah, it's definitely the thumbnail.
and he's just like, he's cracked at Fortnite, my guy. And Justin does all he does is this.
I think that's pretty self-explanatory.
And then the dad just looks at him like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he does that, and then he walks away. It confused me so much. I saved it because I couldn't make sense of what was going on.
All right, let's break it down right now. I think his friend is really good at Fortnite.
Oh.
And he wanted to compliment his friend, and that's it.
To someone else, to a complete stranger?
Yeah, don't you do that? Don't you say, hey, this guy's pretty good.
No, he
Hire him."
doesn't.
He's like
Oh,
he's like
yeah,
a
that's
wingman,
right.
but just for
Fortnite?
popularity.
Yeah, I remember friend G, you just hated that guy so much that you should never compliment him.
Yeah, no, man. Omar's not the
Yeah,
best
friend G.
wingman.
He's
How about
He's
next
not a
time?
wingman at
What
all.
happens in the video stays in the video.
Oh.
Dang. It's like
This is never going up.
it's never going up.
Never going up.
Dang.
You see that guy right there?
Yeah.
Cracked at Fortnite.
You're cracked at
my dude.
Fortnite.
He's cracked in his head, right there. You see?
Yeah.
It's a scar.
Scar.
He's like Harry Potter, but with
I'm
Fortnite.
Harry, I'm Harry Pooper.
He's a Harry
How are you
Knight.
at Roblox,
Right,
though?
end this stupid episode.
How are you at
Our
Roblox,
longest
though?
episode so far.
It probably won't be a long once I'm done with this.
Oh, yeah,
Our long-
definitely.
This God, it's gonna be.
It's gonna be the shortest.
Oh my
actually.
God, it's gonna be 10 hours long.
I mean, the last episode we just uploaded today was like an hour long.
Barely.
Dude, just
Hour and
like
4 minutes.
edit the video, and then just like finish it, and then just keep stacking it on each other.
It's just like, just the intro. That's it.
Anyways,
All right.
Well, I'm gonna need you to stop at some point.
Thank you for watching this episode. It's been not fun. And Omar, finish us out.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Omar, dance.
Okay, we're definitely cutting these parts out. Definitely cutting that out. Oh, look at the cringe.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to another great episode of the CodeO-cast.
A long episode of the CodeO-cast.
I just realized we didn't even do the name intros at the beginning.
You know our names by this point.
Yeah,
It's
by now
Omar
they know exactly who we
and
are.
Cody.
By this point, we can
It's
just say it's your
CodeO-cast.
boys and your dudes
CodeO-cast.
and your guys.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Check out all the other episodes that we have up. Make sure to check out the cooking video. It's up now. It's really great. Y'all should check it out. I died laughing when it came out. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. You're going to see some great videos coming out soon. And we better be there to check them out. We'll see you next time.
Swear to God, if you're not.
We'll see you next time on the next episode of the CodeO-cast.
Make sure you leave your comments and stuff. Bye-bye.